The alien girl stood very still on the rooftop of a tall human building. Her name was Era. She was not supposed to be seen. Her skin was smooth and dark, like the night sky, and it changed color slowly, copying the world around her. When humans looked at her, their eyes moved away. Their minds refused to notice her. This was her gift. This was her power. Era believed she was invisible. Below her, the human city was alive. Bright lights, moving vehicles, loud sounds, and millions of humans walking without knowing they were being watched. Era watched them every night. She studied how they lived, how they fought, and how they loved. She was an observer. Her mission was simple: watch humanity and report the truth. From her people's ships far beyond the stars, the alien council waited for her words. They believed humans were dangerous, violent, emotional, unstable. Era had seen proof of this: wars, anger, destruction. Humans hurt their own planet and each other. She thought she understood them. Era moved across the rooftop like a shadow. No sound, no trace. She looked down and focused on a group of humans walking together. They were laughing. One of them fell, and the others stopped to help him. Era tilted her head. Confusing creatures, humans. Moments ago, they argued loudly. Now they smiled and helped each other. Era recorded everything in her mind. Suddenly, a sharp pain moved through her head. She froze. This had never happened before. She turned slowly and looked across the rooftop. A human man was standing near the edge, his back facing the city lights. He was alone, tall, still, silent. Humans were not supposed to notice her. Era stepped back carefully. Her skin changed again, blending perfectly with the metal and concrete. She was sure of it. She was invisible. The human did not move. Then slowly, he turned his head. His eyes locked onto her. Era's breath stopped. Impossible. Humans could not see through alien cloaking. Their minds were too limited, too weak. That was what she had been taught since birth. The man stared directly at her, not through her. At her. Era felt fear for the first time on this planet. She took another step back. Her heart raced. Her body screamed at her to run, to vanish, to escape. But she could not move. The human's eyes followed her perfectly. He took one step forward. Era's hands shook. No, she whispered, though she knew he could not hear her. The human stopped again. The wind moved around them. The city sounds felt far away, like they belonged to another world. Then the man spoke. "You know," he said calmly, "you're not very good at hiding." Era's mind exploded with panic. He heard her? That was impossible. She turned and ran. Her body moved faster than any human could follow. She jumped from the rooftop, landing silently on a lower building. She kept running, her skin flashing and changing, hiding her from every camera and eye. But something was wrong. She felt it. She stopped and looked behind her. The human stood on the rooftop edge above, looking down at her. Still watching, still calm. "How?" Era whispered. Humans were weak. Humans were blind. Humans did not see what was hidden between worlds. That was the truth she believed. Yet this human stood there like he had been waiting for her all along. Era activated a deeper level of cloaking. Her body faded even from energy sensors. This was her strongest shield. No living being should be able to sense her. Now, she waited. Seconds passed. The human smiled. A cold feeling spread through Era's chest. "You changed," he said softly. "That means you're scared." Era felt her control slipping. She realized something terrifying. This human was not seeing her with his eyes. He was sensing her, seeing something deeper. She backed away slowly, her thoughts racing. If one human could see her, what about others? What if humans were not what the alien council believed? The man jumped down easily, landing on the building near her. He was closer now. "Too close. Relax," he said. If I wanted to hurt you, I already would have. Era clenched her fists. She wanted to fight, but her mission rules were clear. No contact. No interference. Yet here she was .seen, .exposed, double quotes, why are you here? The human asked. Era said nothing. The man looked at her with curiosity, not fear. That's okay, he continued. You don't have to answer now. He turned his back to her. But before walking away, he said the words that shattered her mission completely. You should know something, he said quietly. You're not the first one I've seen. Era felt the ground disappear beneath her feet. If humans had seen aliens before, then humanity was never blind. They were only pretending, and whatever was coming for Earth, humans might already be ready. Era did not sleep that night. She hid inside an abandoned building at the edge of the city. Broken walls. Silent halls. No humans nearby. This place was safe, or at least it should have been. Her cloaking skin slowly returned to normal, but her mind stayed loud. The human had seen her. Not by accident. Not by luck. He had known she was there. Era replayed the moment again and again. His calm voice. His steady eyes. No fear. No shock. Humans were supposed to scream, run, or attack when they faced the unknown. That man had done none of those things. She activated her internal communicator. No signal. The alien ships were too far. She was alone. Era clenched her jaw. She had one job: observe humans without contact. Now the rules were broken, and she did not know who broke them first, her or humanity. Outside, footsteps echoed. Era froze. Impossible. No human should be here. She pulled her cloak tight around her body, blending with the darkness. Her heart beat fast as the footsteps stopped near the entrance. A familiar voice filled the empty room. You hide in bad places, the human said. This building is loud. It tells me someone is inside. Era felt cold. He was here. She stayed. Silent. The human walked slowly into the room. He did not carry a weapon. His hands were open, relaxed. I'm not here to hurt you, he said. If I wanted that, I wouldn't talk. Era studied him from the shadows. He looked normal, human. No armor. No tech. No signs of alien influence. Yet he stood in front of an invisible alien like this was a normal meeting. You should be afraid of me, Era said suddenly. Her voice echoed softly. The human stopped. He smiled a little. Maybe, he replied. But fear makes people blind. I prefer to see clearly. Era stepped forward. Her cloak faded, just enough for her outline to appear. The human's eyes followed her perfectly. My name is Ethan, he said. You don't have to give me yours. Era's mind raced. She had never spoken to a human before, not like this. You see me, she said slowly. How? Ethan thought for a moment. I don't see bodies the way others do, he explained. I see patterns, heat, movement, energy. You shine like a broken signal. That made no sense. Humans were not trained for that. Era felt something crack inside her beliefs. You're not normal, she said. Ethan nodded. Neither are you. Silence filled the room. Outside, the city lights flickered. Era took a careful step back. If others know you can do this. They don't, Ethan interrupted. Most humans don't want to see the truth. It scares them. Era studied his face. He was telling the truth. She could feel it. Why are you watching us? Ethan asked. Ara's chest tightened. She could lie. She could run. But something about this human felt dangerous, not because of violence, but because of understanding. We are studying you, she admitted, deciding if your species should survive. Athene did not react. That surprised her most. So, he said calmly, we're on trial. Yes, and the judges are already close, he added. Era's eyes widened. How do you know that? Ethan looked up at the broken ceiling, toward the stars. Because Earth has been watched for a long time, he said. Not just by you. Era felt a deep fear. How many have you seen? She asked quietly. Ethan's voice grew serious. Enough to know one thing, he said. Aliens always think humans are weak. Era waited. They're always wrong. Before she could respond, alarms sounded across the city. Red lights flashed in the distance. Military drones filled the sky. Era turned sharply. What did you do? She demanded. Ethan shook his head. Not me. Someone else noticed the signal you sent earlier. Her blood ran cold. The council. They were moving faster than planned. Ethan looked at her. You need to decide something, he said. Right now. What? Are you just a watcher, he said, or are you willing to see who we really are? Era stared at the human city, small, loud, fragile, and yet something inside it felt strong. Dangerously strong. She realized the truth too late. Humanity was not unaware. They were awake. And the test had already begun. Era stood very still. The human's words echoed inside her mind. The test has already begun. She looked at Ethan, trying to understand him. He did not look like a hero. He did not look like a soldier. He looked like a normal human. Tired eyes, calm face, and a strange confidence that did not come from weapons. You know too much, Era said quietly. Ethan gave a small smile. That's what they always say. Era turned away from him and walked toward a broken window. The city spread out below them, lights, noise, life. From above, Earth looked fragile. From close, it felt stubborn. You shouldn't be here, she said. If my people find you near me, they will mark you as a threat. They already have, Ethan replied. Any species that can think is a threat to someone. Era closed her eyes. She had trained for years to control her. Emotions, fear, guilt, all were weaknesses among her kind. Yet here, on this planet, those weaknesses were growing fast. My mission was observation only, she said. No contact, no emotions. Ethan leaned against the wall. And now? Era turned to face him. Now everything is broken. She raised her hand, and a soft blue light appeared around her fingers. Symbols moved through the air. Alien data, living code. Ethan watched without speaking. This is what I was sent to do, Era said. Record your wars, your crimes, your failures. The symbols changed. Images appeared. Cities burning. Soldiers screaming. Missiles falling from the sky. Ethan's jaw tightened, but he did not look away. We know our darkness, he said. You didn't discover it. Era waved her hand again. Images shifted, doctors working without rest. Humans pulling strangers from ruins. Parents shielding children with their own bodies. Ethan inhaled slowly. You were not supposed to record this. Ara continued. The council believes kindness is weakness. They only want proof of danger, because it makes decisions easier. Ethan said. Yes, Ara answered. If humans are monsters, then destroying them feels right. Silence filled the room. Ara's voice dropped. My final report decides everything. Ethan looked at her sharply. Final? The fleet is already moving, she said. They are close, very close. Ethan did not panic. That confused her. How? Can you stay calm? She asked. Your world could end. Ethan walked to the window and looked up at the sky. Humans have lived under threat since the first day we learned fear, he said. Nature, disease, each other. We survive because we don't stop. Era studied him carefully. You think survival is strength, she said. No, Ethan replied. Choice is strength. Era felt something heavy in her chest. Among her people, choice was limited. Orders were followed. Logic ruled. Emotion was controlled. Humans were different, dangerously different. You believe we deserve to live, she said. Ethan turned back to her. I believe no one deserves to decide our end without truly knowing us. Era activated her communicator. Again. This time, it responded. A cold voice filled her mind. Observer Era, report status. Her body tensed. Ethan could not hear the voice, but he could see the change in her face. They're calling you, he said. Yes. What happens if you tell them the truth? Era swallowed. They may stop, she said. Or they may silence me. And if you lie? Earth burns. The voice returned, stronger. Observer Era, begin transmission. Era looked at Ethan one last time. You should leave, she said. If they detect you, I'm staying, Ethan interrupted. Whatever you choose, don't choose alone. No alien had ever said that to her before. She raised her hand. The transmission began. Her report formed in her mind. She could shape it any way she wanted. She could speak of chaos. She could speak of violence. She could speak of weakness. Instead, she said, humans are dangerous, Ara reported. But not because they are violent. There was a pause. She continued. They are dangerous because they feel, they bond. They protect. They fight for ideas, not orders. The silence stretched. Ethan held his breath. They will not kneel, Era added. They will not surrender quietly. And if attacked, they will change. The alien voice grew sharp. Clarify change. Era looked at Ethan. At great cost, she said. They become something unstoppable. The transmission ended. Era's legs felt weak. She had crossed a line that could never be erased. Ethan exhaled slowly. You just saved us? I don't know, Era said honestly. I may have made it worse. Outside, the sky shifted. Stars moved in ways they should not. Ethan noticed. So he said quietly, what happens next? Era stared upward. Now, she said, they decide whether humans are worth fearing or worth respecting. High above Earth, something massive moved, and humanity was finally being seen, not as prey, but as a force. The night sky stayed quiet. Too quiet. Era watched the stars through the broken window. They were wrong. Some lights moved slowly, hiding behind darkness. The alien fleet was there, waiting. They are listening now, Era said. Ethan stood beside her. Then let them listen properly. Era looked at him. They will see everything. Not just you, not just me. That's fine, Ethan replied. Humans don't hide who we are forever. Era did not understand that confidence. Her people hid emotions, hid weakness, hid doubt. Humans did something strange. They stood in it. Ethan led Era out of the building. He did not hide her. He did not force her cloak to stay active. She walked beside him, visible when the light hit her skin. If they see you, Ara warned, they may panic. They panic anyway, Ethan said. At least this time it will be honest. They walked through the city streets. Humans moved around them, unaware at first. Then some noticed. A child stopped and stared at Era with wide eyes. Dad, the child whispered. She looks like a star. The father pulled the child closer, but he did not run. More people noticed. Phones lifted. Voices rose. Fear moved through the crowd like a wave. Era felt exposed. This was a mistake, she said softly. Ethan shook his head. Watch. A loud noise echoed nearby. An accident, a vehicle crash. Metal screamed. Fire burst. Humans shouted. Without orders, without fear stopping them. People ran toward the danger. Era froze. They should have fled. Instead, humans pulled others from fire. A woman shielded a stranger with her own body. A man lifted debris far heavier than himself. Blood, smoke, pain, and still they moved forward. Era felt her chest tighten. These humans don't know each other, she whispered. They don't need to, Ethan replied. Above them, hidden eyes watched. The alien fleet recorded everything. Era felt it. The crowd noticed her again, but no one attacked her. No one tried to hurt her. They were too busy helping each other. One human looked at Era and shouted, If she's not hurting anyone, leave her alone. Others agreed. Fear did not vanish, but it changed. It became focus. Era's voice shook. My people believe fear controls you. Ethan watched the humans work together. Fear tells us what matters. Sirens filled the air. Rescue teams arrived, trained, calm, ready. Era saw soldiers step out. Weapons stayed low. Eyes sharp, but careful. They noticed her. Hands tightened on weapons. Ethan stepped forward. She's with me, he said. The soldiers hesitated. Then one nodded. Then she's under protection, the soldier said. Era felt something break inside her. No scans. No chains. No force. Trust. She looked up again. The stars moved. The alien council was seeing this. Standing together. Humans choosing to protect even the unknown. They will call this weakness, Ara said. Let them, Ethan replied. It's the kind that doesn't fall. Era's communicator activated without warning. Observer Era. Explain human response. Era looked at the scene around her. I am explaining, she said. You are just refusing to understand. There was silence. She continued, her voice stronger. Humans do not wait for permission to care. They do not need orders to stand together. A long pause followed. Ethan whispered, they're thinking. They are afraid, Ara corrected. For the first time, Ethan smiled. They should be. The night sky shifted again. Something massive adjusted its position. Not attacking. Watching. Ara realized the truth then. Humans were not powerful because of technology. They were powerful because when the moment came, they chose each other. And that choice was something no empire could easily defeat. Era stood alone on the rooftop. The noise of the city felt far away now. Sirens faded. Voices became quiet. Only the wind remained. Her communicator glowed softly in her hand. One command waited. Send final. RAPORT. This was the moment her entire life had prepared her for. Among her people, there was no room for hesitation. Missions were sacred. Orders were truth. The observer did not choose. The observer obeyed. But Earth had changed everything. Era looked down at the city. Humans were still moving, helping, repairing, standing together after fear had passed. They did not know how close the end was. You don't have to face this alone. Ethan's voice came from behind her. She did not turn. If I send the truth, Ara said, my people may call it corruption. And if you don't? Ethan asked. Then I become a weapon, she replied. Ethan walked beside her and looked at the stars. Humans don't trust perfect systems, he said. We trust people who choose. Era's fingers tightened around the device. Her people believed emotions made decisions weak. Yet here she was thinking, feeling, choosing. Scared her more than punishment. She activated the link. The alien council appeared in her mind. Tall figures, cold light. Voices layered with authority. Observer Era, state your conclusion. Era inhaled slowly. Humans are flawed, she said. They fight, they fail, they break. The council waited. They are also loyal. She continued. They protect the weak. They stand without orders. Irrelevant, the council replied. Assess threat level. Era's heart pounded. She saw the future in front of her. Fire, silence, a dead world. She could end it now or she could change everything. Humans are a threat. Ari said. Ethan stiffened. The council leaned closer. Explain. Because. Era continued, her voice steady. They do not surrender their will. They adapt. They unite under pressure. Silence followed. Conclusion? Era raised her head. They are not prey, she said. They are partners or enemies you will regret making. The council's presence darkened. You exceed your role. Yes, Ara replied. I do. The link cut. Era dropped the communicator. Her knees nearly gave out. Ethan caught her. It's done. she whispered. Above them, the stars changed again. The alien fleet did not move closer. It spread out, surrounding Earth. Ethan looked up. That doesn't look like retreat. No, Era said. It's a test. A warning echoed across the skies. Not loud, not violent, a signal. Every human satellite reacted. Every defense system awakened. Humans noticed. Governments spoke. Armies prepared. Not in panic. In silence. In focus. Era felt it then. Humanity was not waiting to be saved. They were preparing to stand. They won't attack first, Ethan said. No, Era agreed. They want to see what humans do next. The city lights stayed on. No screams. No chaos. Just movement. Purpose. Ira realized something important. Her people believed control created order. Humans believed choice created strength. And right now, Earth was choosing. She looked at Ethan. If this ends badly, she said, my people will hunt me. Ethan met her gaze. Then you'll have to get used to humans, he said. We protect our own. Era felt a strange warmth in her chest. Above Earth, the alien fleet waited. Below, humanity stood ready. The next moment would decide everything, and there was no turning back. The sky changed first, not with fire, not with sound, but with silence. Satellites across Earth stopped sending normal signals. Stars dimmed in patterns no human chart had ever recorded. Every nation saw the same thing. Something was there. Watching. Ira felt the shift deep in her bones. They're waiting, she said. They want a response. Ethan stood beside her on the open rooftop. Below them, the city lights stayed bright. No blackouts. No chaos. Humans were afraid, but they were not frozen. Across the world, leaders spoke in quiet rooms. Scientists worked without rest. Soldiers stood ready, not shouting, not panicking. Humanity moved as one slow, focused machine. They expected fear, Ira whispered. They expected screams. Ethan shook his head. They don't know us. A signal cut through the air. Not alien. Human. A global transmission activated. Simple, clear, no threat in the tone. Era stared. You're answering them? We always do, Ethan said. A human voice filled the skies and screens across the planet. This is Earth. No titles, no pride. Just truth. We are aware of your presence. We do not know your intent. The alien fleet reacted. Era felt it, confusion spreading among her people. Humans were supposed to hide. Instead, they spoke. The voice continued. We will not attack first, but we will not surrender our future. A pause. If you seek peace, we will. Listen. If you seek control, we will resist. Era's breath caught. This was not a warning. This was a line. The alien council sent a pulse in response. Cold, heavy, meant to dominate. Era staggered as pain struck her mind. They're pushing, she said. Testing your limits, Ethan. Placed a hand on her shoulder. Then we push back. Without violence. Around the world, something unexpected happened. Human systems adapted. Frequency shifted. Signals changed shape. Old technology bent in new ways. Humans did not overpower the alien signal. They learned it. Era's eyes widened. That's impossible, she whispered. You're rewriting patterns in real time. Ethan smiled slightly. We've been breaking limits since we learned fire. The alien fleet pulled back just a little. Not fear. Surprise. I felt it clearly now. Humans were not strong because they were advanced. They were strong because they refused to stop thinking. Another human message followed. We will not be ruled by fear. We will not be erased quietly. Era saw alien commanders hesitate. That had never happened before. Her people conquered worlds that begged or attacked. Earth did neither. Era stepped forward, her voice joining the transmission. This planet is not alone, she said. And it will not break the way you expect. The alien council recognized her instantly. "Observer Era, you interfere." "Yes," she answered. "I choose." Silence fell. Then the final signal arrived, not an attack. Question. Era felt it clearly. What will humans do if we do nothing? Ethan looked at the sky. "We keep living," he said. Era understood then. Humanity did not need enemies to define itself. That terrified the council more than weapons ever could. The alien fleet stopped advancing. The moment stretched. The future balanced on a breath. Above Earth. The invaders waited. Below. Humanity stood unbroken. And for the first time in her life, Era believed the impossible. Humans were not warning the galaxy. They were teaching it. The alien fleet did not attack. That alone changed everything. High above Earth, massive shapes slowly shifted their position. Not closer, not farther, just waiting. Era felt the decision forming among her people. They had expected fear. They had expected chaos. They had expected surrender. Instead, they found a species standing calmly under the shadow of extinction. This was not predicted, the council said through the link. Era stood beside Ethan, the wind moving through the rooftop. The city lights below still shone. Humans went on with their lives, quiet, steady, unbroken. "No," Era replied. "Because you never looked at them closely." The council showed her old data. Numbers, wars, death, pollution, conflict. "Saw only what humans do when they fall," Era said. "You never asked why they stand back up." Silence followed. Ethan spoke, his voice calm but firm. "We are not perfect," he said. "We fight, we fail, we learn." The council responded coldly. "Perfection is stability." Era shook her head. "No," she said. "Perfection does not change, humans do." The fleet received new orders. Not weapons. Scans. Deep observation. For the first time, humanity was not being judged as prey, but as a question. What makes them different? The council asked. Era looked at the city one last time. "When humans face the unknown," she said, "they do not kneel. They do not hide. They connect." She gestured below. "They share food in disasters. They protect strangers. They argue and still stand together when it matters." Ethan added quietly, "We don't survive because we're strong." Era finished the thought. "We survive because we refuse to face the dark alone." The council processed this. Long seconds passed. Then slowly, the fleet began to move. Not toward Earth. Away. Felt the weight lift from her chest. "They're leaving," she whispered. Ethan exhaled. "For now." A final message came through the stars. "Humanity is not weak," the council transmitted. "Humanity is unpredictable." Era smiled softly. "That scares you more," she said. "Yes," the council admitted. "And it earns our respect." The link closed. The night sky returned to normal. No explosions. No victory cheers. Just peace. Below, humans noticed the stars settle. Some looked up. Some prayed. Some smiled without knowing why. Life continued. Era stayed on Earth. She was no longer an observer. She became a bridge, a learner. Ethan walked beside her as the sun rose. "So," he asked, "what will you tell the galaxy about us?" Era looked at the light touching the city. "The truth," she said, "that humans were never weak. They were just waiting for someone to really see them." Far beyond Earth, 1,000 worlds received a quiet warning, not about weapons, not about fleets, but about a small blue planet where fear did not rule. Choice created strength, and humanity stood taller than the stars.